yesterday. So police and neighbors and everybody was out in her neighborhood looking for her. They were, hey everyone, I'm Lauren Lowry in the WSMV4 Now studio. We have some gruesome details on a story that we've been following for just over the last 24 hours here in Nashville. Of course, the story is coming out of Memphis, and it deals with the 4-year-old who was missing. I'm going to show you some video of her right now. This was Sequoia, okay, little Sequoia, the 4-year-old. She went missing, as her parents said yesterday. So police and neighbors and everybody was out in her neighborhood looking for her. They were specifically told that there was Ring doorbell camera that showed she had walked right out of her home at 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday morning. And we are learning now today that that was not true. Memphis police today just released an arrest affidavit for the mother and the boyfriend of little Sequoia, saying that they lied and they are actually at fault for killing Sequoia. Again, these are gruesome details. We're going to get into all of it, but I want to show you right now the little girl's mother. This is Brittany Jackson. She's 24 years old. She's on the left-hand side of your screen. And then on the right-hand side of your screen is Jalen Hobson. Police say he is the boyfriend of Brittany. Jalen is 21 years old. Brittany is 24 years old. They were arrested and charged today. Now, I want to tell you, Brittany faces more charges than Jalen. Brittany faces false reporting, child neglect, and abuse of a corpse. At this point, Jalen Hobson doesn't face the same charges because, as police are saying, Jalen is not being truthful. Police are saying Brittany is being truthful, saying they are at fault for killing Sequoia. And Jalen is saying, no, we didn't do it. So at this point, police have not assessed the same charges yet to Jalen as they have assessed to Brittany. But you guys, just today, we got the arrest affidavit, and it has some pretty gruesome details about what actually happened to Sequoia. So at the beginning, I'm going to show you, it's just one page, the arrest affidavit. It was printed from somebody's phone, so the quality of the PDF doesn't look just perfect right now, but we do have this information. And it was saying that Brittany Jackson, the mother, who you just saw, came to the police station and said, hey, listen, I didn't tell you all of the proper information. I want to show you the mother again, just so you know who we're talking about. Police said that she came to the Homicide Bureau to be interviewed, and that she was read her Miranda rights. She waived the warning and said, look, I'm going to answer questions. And that's when Jackson explained she previously gave a false statement about her daughter. So who are we talking here? We're talking about little Sequoia. Sequoia is who we're talking about, the 4-year-old, Sequoia Samuels, who went missing. Now that's when Brittany, the mother, says, hey, I didn't tell you correctly what had actually happened. And then she says, Sequoia died several weeks ago. This is what Brittany, the mother, was telling police. She said Sequoia died several weeks ago. She was attacked by Jalen Hobson, the boyfriend. He physically attacked the 4-year-old to the point that Sequoia became unresponsive. Now, again, all of this account is coming from the 24-year-old mother, Brittany Jackson. And at that point, the boyfriend attempts to revive the 4-year-old girl, but she never regained consciousness, and the mother, Brittany Jackson, never attempted to render aid for her daughter. Again, this is according to the affidavit. And then Brittany, the mother, maintained that the corpse was put in a bag, several bags, and the bags were kept in the house, in that apartment where they lived. So again, now you're looking at video showing Brittany Jackson and Jalen Hobson, who police are saying are at fault. They've been arrested and charged at this point. But everything changed when Brittany Jackson, the mother, decided to come forward and give a different account. Now, when we first reported this story yesterday, the story started completely differently. Remember, I was mentioning that the parents, or essentially the mother, said, we have Ring video of the little girl going outside 3 o'clock in the morning, unlocking the door, and just walking out of the house. Okay? That was the story all of us received just yesterday. That's what police received as well. And it all started with some Ring camera video that I want to show you right now. It shows Jalen Hobson, remember the 21-year-old boyfriend. He's going to a neighbor and he says, hey, did you guys see anything? So listen to this here.
Okay, thank you. So what? We we woke up, our door was open, and our 4-year-old baby, our baby girl, I don't know if she, which direction she went in. I was trying to see if your camera, captured any of the footage of her going to, to the backyard, or
It only showed if somebody like walked like real close.
Yeah.
Yep. You said like 4 in the morning?
I say probably, I'm not sure what time, but like, it could like 4 to 6. 4 to 6, like 4 to 6.
I'll still look on there though.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I got you, my man.
Okay, my guy.
Okay.
That is where everything started, okay? So we saw that Ring doorbell camera. Police say, okay, there's a little girl that's out wandering the streets. We're going to find her. At that point, neighbors all in that area in Memphis started looking for the girl, canvassing the streets, trying to find this 4-year-old baby who had, up to as far as we knew, it disappeared, had walked away from her own home. It wasn't until later that we learned some more information, as I was just mentioning to you when we got this police affidavit earlier today, that the mother, as you'll see right here again, 21-year-old Brittany Jackson, went to police and said, hey, listen, I told you the wrong story. And then what police did was actually go back to Jalen Hobson, the boyfriend, and said, hey, listen, Brittany Jackson just told us this entirely different story, that you actually beat the little girl unconscious. She was unresponsive. You guys wrapped her body in bags over and over, left her body in the apartment, and only just yesterday put her body in the trash. And they asked Jalen, they said, is this true? And Jalen, according to this affidavit, he says back, well, the last time I saw Sequoia Samuels was last Sunday, June 11th. But the police affidavit, and I'm reading straight from it right now, it says, which is impossible due to the advanced state of decomposition of the human remains believed to be Sequoia Samuels. So at this point, police have different testimony from Brittany Jackson, and they have Jalen Hobson saying the opposite. They have now found the body of Sequoia Samuels, the 4-year-old. The medical examiner went exactly to the trash can that the parents had said, hey, listen, this is where, or I should say that Brittany Jackson had said, this is where the body is. The medical examiner found the body. The medical examiner saw this decomposed body wearing the same clothes that Sequoia was said to be seen last in. And so now they're determining her cause of death. That is standard in the case of a homicide. A medical examiner will always look to see what was actually the cause of death. In this situation, could it potentially be blunt force trauma, which would indicate that the boyfriend, potentially, allegedly, that Jalen Hobson could have beaten her to death. That would go along with the mother, Brittany's, a testimony to police. Now, that's what the medical examiner will be looking for. Another option, a potential here, if everything checks out the way that the mother says it did, it could potentially be asphyxiation if the girl was not dead when she was put into the bag. So there is a lot, again, gruesome details here that police are going to have to be just looking into, checking into at this point. I want to show you another bit of new video we just got today from Memphis. There was a point where reporters and neighbors found members of this family earlier today, just in the last few hours. Let's listen into this here, where a member of Brittany Jackson's family was being interviewed. Check this out.
They out here looking, so they thought she was there by herself. So I run home and, to see what was going on. And they sitting over there, and then there was my mother-in-law, for the longest.
Did Brittany need help with Corey, or what was the...
Brittany got a big support. The Bass family, I'm a bishop, but the Bass family is, we've been over here for 32 years and counting. My boys was raised here. When I say Lucille and Johnny Bass has been a beacon in this community. Yes, all over. This is my auntie, a beacon. She's the pastor, a beacon. They have taught us nothing but to love everybody, to treat people like we want to be treated. And for this to happen, it's a big blow for us, y'all. It's a big blow. It is.
Did you talk to Brittany while the search was going on?
I did. I told her to call the police. We were over in that area back there, and I said, Brittany, we were searching for. I said, Brittany, have you called the police? And she said, no, ma'am, and she called them. So I thank God for that, that we got, not knowing, but we got the ball rolling.
So what have police told you happened? I mean, have they told you any clue as to what happened to Sequoia?
I haven't talked to anybody.
Everything on the news.
Everything on the news.
Everything on the news. Ain't nobody talk to us.
To us. Nobody.
Does it hurt your heart that you told Brittany to call the police and she possibly knew deep down what had happened?
It's unimaginable. Unimaginable. I couldn't fathom why she just didn't say, hey, Carolyn, it's over. And my other sister-in-law in the house, she's told Shaquita. She walked around with her. We didn't know.
Have you all had concerns about Sequoia's well-being before this situation?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I haven't. I've only seen Sequoia like I always see her, with that smile, jolly, happy. Zaria, the other babies, same way. They run and jump in your arms, just like kids do when they treat it right. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me a little bit about the relationship with Sequoia and her mom, Brittany.
Well, when I seen her, I didn't see anything, honestly. God is my witness, I wouldn't lie. Because what happened to her, Lord knows, if I could have did anything to have that baby still here, I would have did it.
So we know, I know you said that you haven't seen her in about a month.
She was at my house about a month ago.
During this time, what were you being told about where she was?
Well, I wasn't being told anything. It's just she'll call my grandbaby Armani and ask her, would she babysit? So Armani in turn come and say, Grandma, Renee want me to keep the baby, and then of course they can come now. Hey, I'm Grandma, I'm everybody Grandma. I'm Grandma in Kip School. Everybody over there call me Grandma. So, hey.
Well, Grandma, let me ask you this.
Yes.
If Brittany were here right now, and she's probably going to look at this later on, what words could you tell her? I mean, obviously, she's let the entire family down.
I say, Brittany, why you didn't call Auntie? I got grandkids that's not even mine, don't even belong to me, and they call me Grandma. Like I said, the whole school, even when I walk in the office, hey, Grandma, why you didn't come to us? Why you didn't come to Pastor Brown? Why you didn't come to Sand? This is an usher at church. Why you didn't come to one? Pastor, right here. Too many people around you that would.
Okay, so you were just listening to an aunt of Brittany Jackson. Brittany Jackson, again, the mother of 4-year-old Sequoia, who was now killed, we've learned. Just yesterday, police were led to believe that she walked out of a house on her own. We're learning now that was not actually the case. We've learned now that Sequoia Sampson's body has been found. It has been found. It was wrapped in bags, multiple bags, and held in the home of Brittany Jackson and Jalen Hobson for several weeks. A medical examiner is saying the decomposition of the body matches that timeline that police are now saying, and then also that Brittany Jackson, the mother, is now saying. I'll give you another look at the two people who've now been arrested. On the left, Brittany Jackson, the 24-year-old mother of this 4-year-old girl. On the right, 21-year-old Jalen Hobson. According to Brittany Jackson's testimony, she says that Jalen beat 4-year-old Sequoia to the point where she was unresponsive. At that point, they wrapped her body in several bags and just yesterday put the body in the trash. And this is what Brittany has told police, and now both of them have been arrested. It's clearly a developing story. As more information comes through, we will certainly bring it to you on air and online, WSMV.com and our free WSMV4 app.